Hey everyone, welcome back to the couch. I'm Caitlin, licensed therapist who loves anime. And first and foremost, I want to start off by saying happy December. Although I guess I should say y'all will see this in December, but I am filming on the 29th of November. And let me tell y'all, the snow has cometh. I've had a long day already. Me and Moshi walking in the snow, although he loves it. It's like actively snowing all day today. And I had to go out driving. I had to go pick up some cat food for my poor baby. She ran out of food last night. So her little feeder was going off and she was looking at me so sad. I said, I'm so sorry. Let me get you some food. I got you. Um, so I've been doing a lot already today. And later on today, too, me and my family and some friends, we're going to be gathering for our holiday dinner. So I really wanted to kind of fit in some filming today. And I am excited because we are going to be watching The Wind Rises. So I've never seen this movie before, um, but I've heard it's a really good one. Like, get into themes of dreams, um, ambition, loss, and it's a Studio Ghibli film, and usually those ones are always very good, especially with getting into emotional layers. So I'm really excited, and without further ado, let's dive in. Is somebody sneaking on the roof while they? Wait a minute. Actually, I think that's him. Oh, it's his dream. Okay, so I guess he wanted to be like a pilot, or I don't know, maybe some. I don't know if he wants to be a pilot per se, but something with planes though. Also, look at that design. It's like a bird for real. Oh, look at it lighting up as he's taking off. That's cool. Also, I'm just gonna say, given the look of the plane, I can only assume this is based off, uh, back in the day, either when they were just starting to experiment with this, or maybe not yet. I don't know. Everybody waving. That's cute. Also, what is that? The It's like a oh snap. Are those bombs? I was about to say like supposed to be like a warship or something. Oh my god, that makes his eyes look. Oh sir, them goggles ain't doing it for you. Uh-oh. Oh my god, they just crashed into his whole plane. He ain't got no parachute. Oh yeah, see, he's dreaming. Oh, and he really do wear glasses too. Wow, he must have really bad eyesight because those glasses look thick. Hmm. Hold on, I want to pause real quick. So I feel like the dream is interesting because I think specifically because of the warship and the bombs. So I'm getting the sense that this is taking place, I don't know exactly when, right? But maybe when like a big world war is going on. And I feel like during times like this that a lot of people are suffer during wars. And he's also looks like he's in like a more rural area, which also might have his own challenges too on top of that. So, I can imagine and he's nearsighted. I think that's what it looks like. He's nearsighted. So I feel like there's probably a lot going on. And not only is this a dream of his, like I think he probably really wants to do this, right? But with how challenging things are going on around him, his um his dream might also serve as some sort of like escapism, right? To help kind of protect him from the harsh reality going on right now. And, I would say too, just thinking about many people I've talked with before, especially who either come from um, challenging experiences or actively, right, working through that. A lot of times, ambition um, can be born from not necessarily just, the dream that you have it and your confidence, but from longing, right? Wanting to build maybe a world that is, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I guess maybe in the context of war, something more gentle, right, than the one that you grew up in. Okay, let's keep going.
いや、これです。
Hmm. Okay, so it's got the book on aviation. I wonder who he borrowed that from. I see some bullies. What it look like?
やめたまえてめえ何をしやがる君行きなさいあんな
Wow, look at him. Wonder if he studied a little self-defense or something.
勇ましい姿ですね。うっかりして転びました。喧嘩はなりませんよ。はい。
That must be his mom. Like, it sounds like she was saying, like, I understand you sticking up for somebody who's being a hero, but fighting, it's not okay.
ささとり行きましょう。
Look, she following him. She cute.
英語の雑誌です。イタリアの有名な設計家です。カプローニという方です。伯爵だそうです。
Caproni.
リーニー様、何をなさってる？
She just, she follow him
目を開けておくんです。
wherever he go.
失礼してません。星を見てるのです。遠くのものを見ると目が良くなるのです。綺麗ですね。ほら、あのように。
Look at that. I wonder if this is like a daydream.
夢です。僕の夢だと思います。
What a dream, right? Look at him. Oh my God. What a way to get off a plane, huh?
カプローニ伯爵ですね。お会いできて嬉しいです。
This is interesting.
まさに夢に違いない。この世は夢。
Whether or not they're actually meeting through a dream or if this is just, his dream because he just read the magazine, right? But, I don't, I mean, it'd be kind of cool though. If somehow this comes back and they have the sense of, what's it called? Familiarity with each other.
戦争は時期終わる。
Oh, it's the war. There's a war going on.
いたまえ、日本の少年。
Wait, what the?
これは私の。
He's looking around like, how'd you get up in there? I was just talking to you down here.
どう金豪華だろうが。飛ぶぞ。
The wallpaper's in there. Also, is that the Italian flag on the little back part? Oh, it's got his name on it and everything. I would just say, listen,
こんなところに穴などないのだが。
I would never want to be climbing up and down no ladders on a plane like this and doing all this. I say, no, thank you. He's running. Well, I mean, I guess he's accepting that this is a dream, though, so maybe he's a little bit more carefree.
近眼でも飛行機の設計はできますか？僕は近眼で飛行機の操縦ができません。
Wow, there it is. Okay. I think he wants to be a pilot, but because of his eyesight, especially, around this time, that was a real big barrier for him. But he still loves planes, so you know what I mean? He wants to be
飛行機は美しい夢だ。設計家は夢に形を与えるのだ。
an engineer. That's a cool dream.
ジローさん、おとこでおやすみなさい。
Wait, so did he fall asleep beforehand? Like him being on the roof, that wasn't even
母さん、僕は劇団スケーターになります。
real. That was part of the dream.
素敵な夢ですね。
I like the way they animate eyes when they talk about dreams. So, you know what I mean? It's all shiny and um I don't know how else to describe it, but like I just like the way it looks. Okay, so he on a no, I was about to say a plane. He's on a train.
そこの
Oh
人こ
wait,
こへお
he
座り
looks a
なさ
little
い
older now
よし
too.
OK さあ
Oh, and he's a very kind young man. You see, this is real life now. I wouldn't even sit like right here on a
気
train.
持ちがいいわ
Oh, in his head. Oh wow, she got it. Oh my gosh. She's about to fall off the train for him.
ルヴァンスレ
What was she speaking?
いるフォントンテ・ドゥ・ビーボ
I don't know what language. Is that French or something else? I don't know. I don't know why I'm guessing like I would even know. You know, a good guess I guess would have been Italian too, since I'm assuming he's traveling maybe over in that direction to be close to his mentor. I don't know. We don't see. Oh, oh no. Wait a minute. They're on the train when this earthquake? That's crazy. I ain't never seen something like that where the land looked like it was going on a wave. Oh my god, that's oh, that's not good. That's not good. That would have been so scary. The boiler's gonna blow?
どうしました
足が
見せなさい
Oh, not the leg.
これでは歩けない
Broken? You got like first aid in there or something? Oh, oh god. What is that? Oh, jeez.
すみません
こ
Looks like the whole town is evacuating. Don't that sound like a monster? Oh, snap.
家の者を呼んできます
う僕も一緒に行きましょうお絹さんこれお願いします
はい
きっと戻ります心配しないで
はい
That's a big fire. Okay, no, well, that's good.
ありがとうございました。
ではよろしく
お名前だけでも。
He just leaves.
いい男じゃねえかなあおきのぼ
Somebody's whole house or whatever that is on fire. Oh, maybe that's a library. Hmm. Is this the area maybe with the university? You know he was heading to?
東京壊滅だ
Oh, we're in Tokyo. Huh, what
本
are
当
the
に作っ
odds?
てしまったんだからカプローニさんの夢は壮大だ
Oh, look at that. I can only assume he's already, what you call it, tested this out several times, but this is for the film. Filming history. Oh. Oh. He said, don't show this. Well, he threw the whole camera in the water. My goodness.
いるか日本の少年よ。
はい大風が吹いています
では生きねばならん。ルヴァンスレ。
It's an interesting way that they're like blending reality a little bit, like with his dreams and what's actually going on. I think, you know, maybe some of that ties back to, like I said earlier, about certain ambitions are born out of longing for something and, you know, escapism and things like that. Okay, so This is definitely the rebuilding phase after the earthquake. Um, I'm gonna pause really quickly. Okay. I just want to kind of take note a little bit, with the earthquake and seeing what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, I guess first and foremost, right, earthquake definitely portrays trauma on such a massive scale, right? There's a lot of panic, there's helplessness, and for him, he has this instinct to save strangers. And there's something about his calmness, right? Is not that he's necessarily like in denial or something like that, but maybe this is like adaptive functioning for him. And it's kind of interesting that, for some people, they, something along the lines of like, some people are shaped by trauma in ways that turn them into helpers, right? And this is maybe before he would even call himself one. I'm even thinking about like others' reactions to him when they picked up the lady with the broken leg, and he's like, "What a guy," right? I think they're recognizing a piece of that or something like that in him, and he's just very nonchalant, right? And he kind of just walks off. Um, so I'm kind of interesting to see how and if that carries on in his life in some other way. Another thing, actually, that is interesting, thinking about how he carries that injured lady and also tying it back to, I don't know this for sure, right? But maybe part of this too could be as a result of him having to grow up fast. Um, a lot of this like caregiving, being a helper, um, this could just show shots. Oh, I can't talk. This can kind of just show signs, right, that um, this type of maturity that he has was maybe kind of sculpted by survival. Um, that's kind of just an interesting connection I wanted to talk about before we kept going forward. All right, let's keep it up.
ジロー、お客だよ。
はい。
先ほど若い娘さんがこれを堀越さんにと。
Okay, I may not have been paying enough attention. I'm pretty sure he's in university right now. Oh, and he got the lady he helped. She found him and, you know, gave him back his tool and like it left a kind note. Oh. Well, yeah, I assume she wouldn't have been there. Said she came and gave that while he was out. Oh yeah, I forgot, but he does in general know where they live, I think. And that must be the girl who was with the lady. Oh,
22のバカ
no. It's his sister, my bad.
かよ、大きくなったな。綺麗になったね。
22は白状者です。全然帰ってこないんだから。
So I guess his sister misses him, but that's no surprise given how she was kind of always following after him growing up.
きっと22が好きなのね。
まさか、2年も前のことだ。
その後お家を訪ねてみなかったの？
言ったよ。火が収まってから一度だけ。
Okay, see, yeah, he did know where they lived, but oh wow, their house burned to the ground. Oh, he doesn't know where they are anymore.
寒くないかい？
平気。こんなに東京が復興してると思わなかったわ。
But yeah, now that I think about it, um, how long after the earthquake and the fire is this? Oh, a lot of people on the train track. My goodness. Wonder why. Like, does this have something to do with maybe a lot of people being displaced after the earthquake and the fire?
ジロー、
So where are we now? That's my question. Or what are we heading off to do?
こりゃ仕事を探しに街へ出てくる連中だな。
たくさん歩いていた。
野宿しながら来るんだよ。
Their work.
この忙しい時に君は今
Oh
日
my
何したと
gosh.
思っ
Look
て
at
るの
his hair.
4月中ならいつでもいい
I
との
like
ことでした。
how it's
どうして
bouncing.
も3月には
Has he already graduated from school now? Or is this like some sort of like internship? You know what I mean? That he's a part of?
諸君新人を紹介する噂の英才が我がはやぶさ藩に来た挨拶
Heard that though.
堀越です。よろし
Genius.
くお願いします。
So he must have been a prodigy while in school. And you know what? I can even imagine he graduated early. That wouldn't surprise me. We'll see. I like this. Wow.
ジロー
Shows him being just so immersed in his work.
どう思う？
堅実な設計だな。
これではダメだよ。僕の考えたものと同じだもの。
そりゃまずいや。
設計課の服部課長だ
これが初仕事かね。
はい。金具の合成を高めるためにスチールの板バネを使います。
It looks like they're about to test out a plane. So that looks like a bunch of people in the army. Well, now I'm thinking, I guess this looks like they're contracted by the government to make planes right now.
来るぞ来るぞ
13.3秒です。時速270キロ。
遅いあと15キロは出るはずだ
What's happening? That?
動力効果です時速400キロに挑みます
Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank goodness.
ユンカース社の爆撃機を作ることになっている小型機は当分あるまいドイツを見に行くチャンスだ
Look at him.
さ、残
He
念だ
is
ったな。
out.
開発中止だって。ドイツ人はケチだ。はるばる訪ねてきたのに。
That's a massive plane. A little version of it.
美しい
ユンカース博士だ。
うん、立派だな。
Another engineer. It's also interesting, even amongst circumstances of why he's there, Jiro, when he looks at planes regardless, he sees the beauty of them. I think it's all calling back to his dreams, right? Not necessarily about the war and what their purpose will be for at some point.
ジロー、タバコあるか。ジロー。
ん？
タバコ。
ない。切れた。
Is he relighting a cigarette to not even smoked all the way out? Or okay. I'll just let him do what he got to do.
今日は寒そうだけど、この部屋はあったかいな。
It's kind of funny. Him mentioning it being cold outside is literally snowing. It is literally snowing where I'm at right now. I got my blankets on and everything. It's cold.
たく、今日もらったこのデータは美しい。見事にあの巨人機についてしか書いてない。技術は我がドイツの財産である。
Not him mocking him.
歩こ
Oh Lord, taking a walk. Cold out there though, he said.
う。俺たちは20年先の亀を追いかけるアキレスだ。
それではずっと追いかけることになるよ。
今はそうするしかないさ。いつか追いつき、追い越してやる。
Plane falling from the sky. Looks like specifically a warplane too. I mean, this appears to be a dream again.
ジロー、
Mhm.
おい、出たぞ。風呂に入れ。
本社から電信が入った
I want to pause real quick. I feel like with Jiro's dream this time, I'm just thinking about different parts of the movie, his pure dream, right, to work in aviation with planes at some capacity, having a lot of pressure put on him, a lot of expectations, right? And even amongst things like, let's just say, I don't know if this is an ongoing war or starting up another war, or I don't know. But amongst this and right, the reason why he has work right now and what they're planning to do with it, I feel like he's being challenged. You know what I mean? He wants to create something beautiful, but I think in some ways he's struggling with the intended purpose of his beautiful creation, and I'm sensing kind of just more of like maybe a kind of a moral struggle that he's dealing with, hence the plane crashing. The train is calling to him to keep moving forward, right? Keep going along with his dream and his decision. All right, let's see how this continues to play.
ジロー君は西回りで帰国する。
西回り
世界を見てこいということだ。
一人旅ですか。
さあ風は吹いているかね。
はい、吹いています。
では私の引退飛行に招待しよう。来たまえ。
Looks like we're back in the
思い切り
dream
飛
world.
べ。
You saw how he jumped off that train. That was so elegant.
早く乗りたまえ。飛ぶぞ。
They're pulling him up by the hair a little bit. I know that hurts.
どうかね。
壮大です。
飛行で大切なのはセンスだ。センスは時代を先駆ける。技術はその後についてくるんだ。君はピラミッドのある世界とピラミッドのない世界とどちらが好きかね。飛行機は殺戮と破壊の道具になる宿命を背負っているのだ。
はい。
Up here's the moral
それで
struggle.
僕は美しい飛行機を作りたいと思っています。
あれかね。ブラボー。美しい夢だ。私はこの飛行を最後に引退する。創造的人生の持ち時間は10年だ。芸術家も設計家も同じだ。
I wonder if this reflects the real world, right? He's actually retiring. And I wonder will he still continue to inspire him?
ジロー、ちょっとフライヤーに来い。
だって何年になる。
入社して何年。
5年です。
それだけあればいいだろう。そいつの設計チーフやりたまえ。海軍昭和7年試作艦上戦闘機だ。多くはな。
やらせていただきます。
Did you just blow up?
これが国産エンジンだ。
Oh my. Ooh. So this looks like a new plane design. That looks like I don't know her name, but the girl he met on that train during the earthquake. Wow, that's the wind. Some strong wind. Oh. I think it would have been a little bit more realistic if grass stains were all over his clothes, because he is in a fully white suit and the umbrella. I also find it funny, kind of similar with something popping up and them helping them out. That quality is enduring for him. Okay, she spotted him. Oh, you see her eyes light up. salad that man was eating is kind of interesting. But they've acknowledged each other. All right, we got another stroll, and there she is again. Or at least her stuff is out there. Wait, what's
行かな
going
いでく
on?
ださい。がここへ来てくださるようにお願いしていたんです。
Said what?
本当にありがとうございました。ずっとお会いしてお礼を言いたかったの。
あの時の
And she said he hasn't changed, right? So seeing him struggle to get the umbrella for her just reminded her of that time. Oh, that's a very sudden downpour, isn't it?
さんはお絹と私の王子様だったの。
王子様。
そう、白馬に乗った王子様に見えました。書いています。ほら、ご覧になって。
虹なんかすっかり忘れていました。
生きているって素敵ですね。
It's also funny seeing her describe him as a knight, right? And a knight is another kind of helper. I mean, he was like a knight? You know what I mean? He was kind of confused. Maybe he still doesn't see himself in that kind of role.
いいところです。国際連盟抜けた忘れる。世界を敵にする忘れる。
So we're talking about a war coming up and how this place is kind of it serves stillness, right? In the presence of a bunch of chaos.
お待たせしてしまった。実は直子
Hmm.
が熱を出しまして、今夜の会食はキャンセルさせてください。
Ooh. I wonder if she kind of serves stillness for him too. You know what I mean? Like, he talked about the rainbow, how beautiful it is, and I can imagine that's something that would be grounding for him. It's small reminders of the beautiful world we live in.
風を翼を震わせてあなたのもとへ届きませ。
ジローさん。
直子さん。
Oh my goodness. Somebody please help him get down.
Oh.
We smooshed it. Wow, that's kind of cool. All over in the bushes. Oh my, he almost fell off the balcony. Now look, now he's got some scrubs on him.
この若者来た時、打ちひしがれていた。今、すっかり元気。恋したから。
Fallen in love. Oh.
はい。直子さんです。
Oh.
お嬢さんとのお付き合いを認めてください。
お話お受けしたいと思い
Oh,
ます。
she heard everything.
美しい。
前に母を亡くしました。結核でした。
Oh
私も同
no.
じ病にかかっています。
He got
僕はあ
TB.
なたを愛しています。帽子を受け止めてくれた時から。ここだ。本庄。いつ戻った。おととい。
You gonna come cuddle me, Miss Kitty?
綺麗だな。
I'll make a space for you if you want.
これは飛ぶ。
Please.
風が立ってる。
訳したのか。ジローも人間だったか。めでたい。日本が近代国家と思ってたのか。
笑い事ではありません。
当たり前だ。下宿にこそと。
全力で君を守る。君が役に立つ人間である間はな。
ジローさん、お電話です。
他方、枯渇血地。
A lung hemorrhage? Oh no. Oh, jeez. even with going to see her, he still has to keep working. You can tell this is hitting really hard for him. I mean, I think part of it is probably that expectation. The other part is, when you're going through grief or even anticipatory grief, um, work is still a distraction. It's a routine. It's the one thing you can do. While with the illness, there's really not much.
あなた映ります。
綺麗だよ。大好きだ。
Oh,
まあ、二郎さんが来てくださったの。でもすぐお戻りにならないといけないの。
that's so sad. He has to leave like right away.
まあ、私、お医者様のおすすめの高原病院に参ります。私治りたいの。二郎さんと一緒に行きたいの。
間に合ってよかった。重役たちがお待ちかねだ。
遅いね。
課長、自主的研究会だそうです。
おお。
それではすぐ時代遅れになるよ。余計抵抗を削り、最新の技術を大胆に取り入れる。
It's kind of amazing thinking about the dreams that he had with Caproni, right? And he's still moving towards that path, right? Creating that plane.
いやー、面白かったな。
感動しました。
とみさん、郵便です。はい、ありがとう。
I wonder where she's going right now.
チーフ、電話です。
後にしてもらえない
Oh,
か。
chief
急用
now,
だそう
huh?
です。
She got on a train and everything. Is the emergency like she took off and like she made a spontaneous trip to see him? I also wonder how long was she at the sanatorium for like this. I mean, he's a chief now, so I imagine some time has passed. Oh,
一目会えたらすぐ帰るつもりだったの。
帰らないで。
oh well. She must have been
ここで一緒
lonely.
に暮らそう。
Like her dad did say, it's very isolating there.
手を貸すのは構わん。しかし結婚もしてない男女
Unmarried
取れる
couple
ような不
living
自然な
together.
ことは認められん。
母さん、奥様、仲人をお願いします。
今すぐ婚約か。
女には女の支度があります。
彼女の体を思うなら、できるだけ早く山に戻さなければならないぞ。
私たちには時間がありま
Oh,
せん。
this is sad.
覚悟しています。
た、盛大に祝おう。
They're choosing to spend what little time they have together. I guess maybe there's, what's the word? Maybe they don't really have hope that she will get better, and so they'd rather focus on quality, right? Quality time over quantity. They really haven't been together physically, right? Since his time at the hotel. He's mostly been away at work, and she goes to the sanatorium. He's like, she's beautiful.
綺麗だよ。
一つの私どもへの温かい思いやり、お礼の言葉もございません。このご恩は生涯忘れません。
Oh, that's his sister. I haven't seen her in a minute.
22はいつもこんなに遅いのですか？
かよが来るのすっかり忘れてお医者さんになったんだ
Oh,
ね。
she did
おめでとう。
become a doctor,
22様ご
though.
結婚おめでとうございます。
Okay.
はい。いいが思ってるより直子さんの病気はずっと重いのよ。私これでも医者の卵だから少しはわかるわ。
Okay. His sister's worried.
私直子さん大好き。とてもいい人。このままじゃかわいそう。
Oh.
今、一日一日をとても大切に生きているんだよ。もう
I
おや
think
す
that's
み。
the thing
来て
too.
くれて
A lot of
嬉しかったよ。
people may not understand why they're choosing this route. And like they said, they want to be together. Just, with as much time as they've got.
かよさんが来てくださったの。
ああ、
私たちすぐ仲良しになっちゃった。
今までに決めなきゃいけないんだ。
サバの骨、
覚えたね。
手をください。
Wow.
こうしててあげるから、もうおやすみ。
話さない？
うん。
Look, the plane, the dream is becoming reality.
ああ、二郎らしいや。俺みたいにユンカースかぶれしてないよ。
Oh, you hear that? He's left the
こ
Germans
りゃ全部
behind.
サバの骨だな。いい感じだ。
And when they were having that conversation about like maybe they would always be behind. Would they ever catch up? And here he is now.
軍は日本で初めてまともに飛ぶ飛行機ができたと有頂天だ。たちは武器商人じゃない。いい飛行機を作りたいだけだ。
そうだな。
You see him talk about how they're not the arms dealers. We're just focused on building beautiful aircrafts. I think there's still that tug, that pull.
おかえりなさい。
終わったよ。あとは飛ばすだけだ。
ご苦労様。おめでとうございます。
僕がいてくれたおかげだよ。
ジローさん、大好き。
ナオコ。
So as Noaka continues to get sick, he's been working this entire time. And I think part of what keeps his hope alive is through his work, right? Through creation, the way he's regulating his emotions.
行ってくる。
ご成功を。今朝は気分がいいので、この辺りをちょっと散歩してきます。そう。無理をしないでね。ええ。
I'm not gonna lie, the walk does make me nervous. Oh, look, she sees her out on the walk. What? What is...
お姉様、手紙が。私に宛てたものもあり。
Don't tell me she's going off somewhere to die.
お姉様。
Oh, okay. She's going to the sanatorium.
お子様汽車に乗るまでそっとしてあげましょう。美しいところだけ好きな人に見てもらったのね。
This is a mix of feelings and experiences. I mean, he doesn't know this yet, but this is not only the day that his greatest dream has probably come true, and it's also going to be mixed with the greatest loss. Well, maybe I shouldn't say greatest loss, but at this moment, his greatest loss, with his wife going back to the sanatorium.
らしい飛行機です。ありがとう。
And there's war. Using the beautiful creation, right? And he's walking amongst all the wreckage, just looking at everything. Or what his dream has become. Oh, back in the dream.
日本の少年。君の10年はどうだったかね。力を尽くしたかね。
はい。終わりはズタズタでしたが。
国を滅ぼしたんだからな。陶器は美しくも呪われた夢だ。大空は皆飲み込んでしまう。君を待っていた人がいる。
Now that he's created what he set out to, what's next? Oh no.
ありがとう。ありがとう。
Sad. Okay. Right, so I think just a couple more comments since we were right at the end, and I wanted to kind of just let it play out. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about when he's walking amongst all the wreckages, right? I think that's that moment when he's really confronted with that moral dilemma, right? Of invention. Can beauty exist without consequence? Does intent matter, right? When the outcome harms others. So this becomes a story not about airplanes, but about the ethics of dreams. I think many people grapple with the the conflict between passion and impact, right? It's kind of like if I don't do it, somebody else will, versus what am I contributing to? And then also too, we see that little final scene with um Prony and uh Naoko, right? And this is where the story becomes grief work. It's about loving deeply, losing deeply, and continuing anyway. Naoko's goodbye reflects this kind of grief where the person remains part of your internal world, not gone, but transformed. This type of goodbye, it's not really an ending. This is an invitation to keep living with someone in a new way. All right. Well, that was The Wind Rises. Thank you guys so much for watching with me. Um, this film was it was emotional. It was layered and it was really tender. Um, I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts, right? Were there certain themes that maybe resonated with you the most? Like, let's see, like Jiro's ambition, Naoko's gentleness, or maybe even right that conflict between creating beauty and witnessing the consequences. If you enjoyed this reaction and you want some more anime commentary that, it blends art and therapy, don't forget to subscribe. Please join me back on the couch. And as always, rest easy, feel deeply, and I'll see you in the next session.